Recorded Books presents Atlanta and the March to the Sea, from the Memoirs of William T. Sherman. Narrated by Nelson Runger. This performance is copyrighted 1989 by Recorded Books, Incorporated. In March of 1864, Ulysses S. Grant became Commander-in-Chief of all the Union forces, and his command of the Military Division of the Mississippi was taken over by his friend William Tecumseh Sherman. Soon Grant's plan to end the war by one concerted movement by all of the Union armies in the field was to begin. While Grant and the Army of the Potomac were to take on Lee outside of Richmond, Sherman and the Army of the Tennessee were to march out from Nashville into Georgia, their main objective to take on and destroy the army of General Joseph Johnston. Both Southern generals were to be kept so busy by continual pursuit and engagement that neither would be able to send relief or reinforcements to the other. Accordingly, on May 5th, the very day Grant began his movement against Lee, Sherman and his three armies, the Cumberland, led by Major General Thomas, the Tennessee, led by Major General McPherson, and the Ohio, led by Major General Schofield, began their march into Georgia, Johnston's Confederate army retreating in front of them, leading them further away from their source of supplies, while looking for an appropriate place to stand and fight. They first clashed at New Hope Church, where the fighting continued for more than a week. There followed 4 weeks of entrenched warfare, with Johnston fortified on Kennesaw Mountain with Marietta behind him, while torrential rains hindered Sherman's attack. In one of the troop movements that were to make him famous among military men, Sherman cut loose from his source of supplies with half his army, hoping to take Johnston's railroad below Marietta and entice Johnston to come down from Kennesaw to attack the remainder left in the trenches. But Johnston recognized Sherman's movement for what it was, and chose instead to abandon Kennesaw and Marietta both, managing to cross the Chattahoochee River quickly with his entire army. He holed up in a pre-prepared stronghold and ultimately fell back on Atlanta itself. It was at this time that Johnston relinquished his command to General J.B. Hood, a Southern general known for his boldness even to rashness and his courage in the extreme. To Sherman, this change seemed to say the Confederates were ready to fight. They were in a strong defensive position inside Atlanta, with excellent fortifications thrown up at all points, defying a direct assault. The month of July had been one of constant conflict, and on 4 occasions, July 4th, 20th, 22nd, and the 28th, there had occurred real battles with casualty lists in the thousands. Major General McPherson
Sample complete. Ready to continue?